More football.
More football.
This one's David Beckham. This is reviewed by our good friend Dave Harrison, who's not here, unfortunately, which is a great shame because he really needs to justify the terrible kicking that he gave this in the review. The man spared no mercy whatsoever.
Yeah, he didn't like it at all, did he?
This seems to follow the inverse law of licensing, in that the better star you've got to endorse a game, the far worse the game is. And there's just... I couldn't believe how much Dave hated this game, and having played it, I couldn't agree with him enough. I mean, the corners are absolutely horrific, and if you get a corner, you just keep stabbing the button until basically you score, because the defenders are completely incapable of clearing it. So it's like corner, shot, save, corner, shot, save, corner, shot, save, goal. Which is really, really exciting and completely unrealistic. And it's a horrible problem with the defence, and that when you break through the middle, the defence just part like a load of rubber ducks and you're straight in for a goal.
Yeah.
And the passing's fiddly, shooting's not much fun. Animation's a bit jarring. I just think it just doesn't hang together as a football game.
And it's not licensed at all, is it, other than David himself?
Well, yeah, you recognise Beckham because you got to really, haven't you? Otherwise it's useless. But
Everyone
the other
else
players,
is a bit...
vague likenesses, the names aren't correct, and you could, forgive it if the game played a good enough game of football, but it clearly doesn't.
The thing I found, you say Beckham's in there, very recognisable, very hard to spot in amongst all the Johnny Nobodies like this fella here. It's like, he's got put all this work on this likeness, and he just sort of seems to pop up every now and again. It's sort of shown up very much like by the likes of FIFA, which just basically splash the cash, do the job properly. If you want player likenesses, you know where to go.
I think the real indictment though is with how this did on PS1. Even with Beckham's face on the cover, I think everyone realised it wasn't a good game of football then, and nothing's changed now, has it?
To be fair, they've done some good work with the training mode, and a lot with the free kicks, which is one of Beckham's specialties. But yeah, frankly, the game, well, words fail me.
And another goal. There seems to be a lot of goals in this game. Is it the old FIFA straight up the middle and in scenario? I
think this might be what we call in the business a highlights video. The game itself, is quite goal-packed.
You're right.
But again, a lot of that's due to the sort of inadequacies of the defending system.
You're right.
It's hard to say why anybody would bother, really. If you want the genuine article, get your FIFA in. If you want a really good game of football, get your Pro Evo in. You'd have to be an absolutely balmy mad fan of David Beckham to buy his slightly inferior video game.
As Dave says in the review, if you like Beckham that much, just send him some money in the post, because frankly this isn't worth splashing your cash out on. And I hate to say that, but sadly that's the truth.